it's time to get started with actually working with AWS. So in this lesson, we're going to create a AWS free tier account. So firstly, what I'm going to do is just search for AWS free tier in Google, and it should be the first result you see. And what this is, so AWS offers you the ability to create an account for free and then use a certain amount of services. Some of those services are free on an ongoing basis, and some of them are free for a year. And then there are some special offers that they have as well. So there's quite a lot. You've got the always free. So this means that the free tier offers don't expire. 12 months free, so just for the first year. And then these are the special offers, the trials that they have for short-term free trials to test out usually more new and innovative products. So if you come down a bit further, you can see what the allowances are. So for example, on Amazon EC2, we can run a Linux instance for 750 hours a month if we use what's called the T2 micro or T3 micro instance type. So that defines the amount of resources available. You can also do the same for Windows using a T3 micro. Then for Amazon S3, we see we can store 5 gigabytes of data. We can run a relational database service for 750 hours a month. We've got 25 gigabytes of storage space in another database service called Amazon DynamoDB, and so on. So there's quite a lot of good services here. There's more than enough for free here for us to do lots of different labs and really practice hands-on with AWS without paying any money. And if you want to filter any further, you can just go across to the categories here and choose compute, for example, and see the various services that are available. So we'll be using EC2, we'll be using Lambda and Elastic Load Balancing in this course. So we'll definitely get usage out of these and you won't have to pay for that usage. So let's see about actually creating our account. So back at the top, let's just choose create a free account. Now, if you've used AWS before, you might see this screen. Otherwise, you'll see a different one. I'm going to choose create a new AWS account. So for the rest of you who've never used AWS before, this should be the first page you see. So what I need to do now is I've got to supply some information. Now, for creating an account, you're going to need an email address. You're also going to need a credit card. And the credit card is so that if you do run up any charges, Amazon will charge you. So you will need a credit card to set up your free tier account. But what we'll do in the next lesson is we'll create a billing alarm. And what that will do is it will set off an alarm that messages us and lets us know if we're going to exceed a certain amount. So for example, you could put a billing alarm of $5. And if it looks like your account is going to exceed $5, it's going to send you an email. So that helps us protect ourselves against leaving resources running accidentally and ending up getting charged for them. So I'm just going to put in an email address here. I need to enter a password, confirm my password, and then we need to give it an account name. So I'm just going to call this Cloud Beginners and click on continue. So now you have a couple of different account types. So, you've got professional, which is where you intend to use the account within a company or an educational institute or organization, or otherwise you just choose personal. For this, I can just choose personal. Now, what I'll need to do now is provide a phone number because it does want to verify you. I'm going to change for me to Australia, and then I'm going to put in my phone number. You also need to supply an address. So put in your address in the address box, check to indicate that you've read the terms and conditions, and then just choose create account and continue. So then we have the payment information. So just fill the payment information in and then choose the verify and add button. You then must confirm your identity. And there's a couple of options. So either you can receive a text message with a code or you get a voice call. So I've got my country and region code set correctly. I'm going to put in my phone number. I'll need to put in the security check and then just choose send SMS. You'll then see this screen where you need to enter your verification code. So mine's 7326. I'm going to choose verify code. And it tells me my identity has been verified successfully. So I can click on continue. And now you get a couple of options for support plans. Now, if you wanted some additional support, then there's a couple of options for the developer plan or the business plan. You have to pay for these and it gives you some details here. I'm just going to carry on with the free basic plan, which is included with all accounts. So that's it. I've done everything I need to do. I've registered my account. I can now click on sign into the console. And if you see this screen, what it's asking is for you to sign in with what's called an identity and access management user. Now, we haven't created one yet. We're going to do that very soon. So what we're going to do is choose sign in using the root user email. So the root user email is the email address that you just used to sign up. So we have root user specified. We're going to put in that email address that we entered before. Choose next. Put in your password and then click on sign in. So that's all there is to it. We've now set up our AWS free tier account and we're ready to launch services on AWS. What we'll do in the next lesson is set up a billing alarm, just to make sure that if you do end up leaving a resource running accidentally, you don't get charged too much. So I hope you enjoyed this and you're excited to get started with AWS. I'll see you in the next lesson.